Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind That. It's your girl Miss K. So today we're going to be going over the latest episode of The Chi, season 3, episode number 3, called Bust Down. All right, before we get into the video, I want to say thank you so much to my new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Also, thank you so much to the people that have been riding with me thus far. I really appreciate y'all. Trust me, I do. It is raining outside, so hopefully y'all don't hear the rain. I'll try to get through this video as fast as possible, but I don't want to rush too much because I do want to make sure we go over all the necessary details. All right, let's get started. So the episode pretty much starts off where we left off, right? With the boys still on the doorstep with Nuck pointing the gun at Kev's head. So Jake sees that this wasn't a good idea and tells Kev that they need to go. So the boys leave, but not before Kev tells Nuck that he will see him. And I was like, okay, Kevin, you are really on one right now, but I can't blame him, okay? Because this is about his sister's life, and he is in full protection mode, okay? Next, Nina, Dre, Emmett, and Jada are passing out missing person flyers for Keisha. They're asking everyone they give the flyer to if they've seen her. And everyone says no. And most of these people did not care, okay? At least they didn't seem like they cared, right? They didn't even want to take a flyer. Then Tracy sees Nina handing out the flyers and tells her that if she really wants to find her daughter, she's going to need an army and a plan. Because what she's doing right now is not helping, all right? Because nobody cares about a missing black child. So Tracy basically wants to help. Next, Kev and Jake try to get Trig to help them find Keisha. They tell him that they already went to the trap house where Nuck stays. Trig was not happy to hear this, guys, okay? Because he doesn't want Jake getting himself killed. But after giving Kev a hard time, and with a little persuasion from Imani, Trig tells the boys to give him 24 hours. Next, we got Poppa waiting outside for Maisha. He bought her a little breakfast sandwich, and it was so cute and sweet to see, all right? I know that this scene wasn't like much, but I love Poppa, and I really wanted to mention this scene also because it feels like it's a perfect time for Poppa to have a little girlfriend because, you know, his friends don't go to the school anymore. Next, Emmett and Tiff go to Jada's house to come up with some bullcrap story, hoping that she will allow them to stay with her, all right? Jada wasn't really feeling their approach and just wish they would have came out and asked, but she did tell them that she doesn't mind them staying because lately she hasn't been feeling too cool with living alone with all the craziness happening. So of course she gives them her rules and conditions, and that was that. All right. Next, Tracy is at Nina and Dre's house, and she's telling them how she has a support group and she'd really like to help. But Dre was giving Tracy a little attitude and even some sarcasm, so I couldn't understand where it was coming from, you know? All right, and before I move on to the next scene, I'd like to apologize if you guys hear like rumbling in the background. That is actually thunder, okay? I really do apologize, but I wanted to get this video out and not wait too long, okay? All right, next, this little girl right here, guys, she came up to Kev and Jake in the hallway to school them real quick because they were too busy talking in class, and Kevin didn't give the right answer when the teacher called on him because he was busy running his mouth to Jake. Anyway, the little girl tells them that she don't need them making her look bad, and since there are so little blacks in the school already, they have to be phenomenal, not just excellent. Then she tells Kev that he's a king and needs to stop acting like a peasant. And the difference in Jake and Kev's reaction had me cracking up a little. You got Kev saying the girl was amazing, and at the same time, Jake was saying she was crazy. Anyway, so next, Jada checks a coworker for just walking in an examination room while she was with the patient. So the guy says sorry, and that he wants to take her out to lunch, like to make it up or apologize for screwing up, and Jada agrees to it. Okay, and we know, guys, by the trailer for the season that this is the little new love interest that Jada is gonna have, so we'll see what happens because she can have herself a Latin lover, baby. All right, next, Trig and Imani finally make it over to the trap house, and they tie them fools up and go room to room looking for Keisha. Now, Imani asked a couple of girls if they've seen Keisha, and one girl told Imani that if Keisha was there, it wouldn't be by choice. So when Imani goes into some of the rooms, she doesn't like what she sees because these women are pretty much sex slaves. You know what I mean? Next, Nina and Dre are at Tracy's support group meeting, and a couple of the women there are not supportive at all, okay? In fact, there were two shady women who were being very uncooperative, and one of them in particular was being rude and insensitive. First, she was like, how do we even know Keisha is missing? I seen her Instagram. Then she was like, I don't want to waste my time looking for no fast little girl. And it was just too much for Nina to be hearing. So, she gets up and tells Tracy that she will not be attending the vigil. Then, when they were leaving, one of the shady bunch was like, check on that Finsta. And I was like, wow, this chick has no compassion at all. And the crazy thing about it is these are women who've lost their own children. You know what I mean? So my thing is, even if Keisha's not dead, she's missing. So there's a possibility that she could be dead. But the point is she's lost, and you lost a child. And for you to be acting like that is just crazy to me. And I was like, yo, you see that you offended these people and you're still gonna like do another dig? It would have been so cool if Dre would have just went over there and just mollywopped, all right? Sometimes I'll be one of these characters to get punched in the face. One thing I do like that Dre did was she tried to turn the table on one of the shady bunch, right? She told the lady, oh, didn't your son rob a store, this and that, before he got killed? And the lady was quick to be like, oh, we're not talking about my son. But you over here talking about this lady's daughter. In her face, no less. She over here stressing, bugging out, crying, just losing her mind. And you think she need to hear that? Like, come on now. That was crazy. Next, Emmett and Dominique are struggling to keep the customers happy because the place is jam-packed and some people are ordering way too much food. So Dominique tells Emmett that something has to give. Tell the people they only have two options. Then Emmett was like, oh, this at least is successful. And she was like, it's not a success if people gotta wait an hour for their food. Next, Ronnie is chased by some little thugs who catch up to him and jump him, okay? Start whooping his behind. But look at this, guys. While Ronnie is being chased, he's smiling and laughing or whatever, okay? And it looks like it's a game to him or something. He looked like he having a good old time. And I know this picture is a little blurry, but I just had to share because I could not understand. Like, I was real puzzled. Like, why is this guy smiling? Why is he laughing? It was just weird. Anyway, Poppa's father comes out with a broom to the rescue, okay? And Poppa was like, Dad, do you know who that is? His father said, a child of God. And Poppa says, that's the man that killed Coogie. And his father says once again, like I said, a child of God. Next, Kev makes time to masturbate, even though his sister is missing. And Emmett walks in on him. Ugh, how embarrassing. Anyway, Emmett was there because he dropped off some food, and he was just going to stop in to say hi to Kev. But the least he could have done was knocked. Like, how you going to go into somebody's house and then just walk up in their room? Like, come on. I know that Dre was like, he's in his room, but that don't mean you could just walk in. Anyway, next, Ronnie is being patched up by Poppa's father, and he asks Ronnie if he asked God for forgiveness. Ronnie tells him that he's not sure he knows how to do that. Then the pastor says, first you need to forgive yourself. Have you done that? And Ronnie says, I guess I haven't. And this is something we already know, right, guys? Ronnie seems to be slowly dying inside for what he did to Coogie. I mean, this guy has been drinking himself to an early grave and has been on a downward spiral since he found out that Coogie was not the one that killed his son. Next, Emmett and Tiff are arguing because Emmett told Tiff that he would bring EJ to daycare. Unfortunately, Emmett goes back on his promise, and now Tiff is pissed, and rightfully so. Then Jada comes out telling them they need to calm down. Then she tells them that she'll take EJ to daycare. And Tiffany was like, see, that's the problem. I'm trying to get this dude to be involved more, but every time I ask him to do something, he doesn't do it, and you swoop in and do it for him. So Jada was like, so it's my fault he's trifling? So Tiff was like, it ain't your fault, but you do need to take some of the blame. And I feel like she was absolutely right, Oftentimes, mothers do this to their sons. While they may think they're helping, they're just enabling them, and the son never really learns to be a man when this happens. And this doesn't always just happen with single moms. Sometimes mothers in general just do this. And like I said, they probably think that they're helping out and coming to the rescue or whatever. They probably think they're, mediating the situation. Like, I have no doubt that Jada thought she was being a mediator right here. You know what I mean? She thought, you know what? if Emmett's not going to do it, he's giving a hard time, I'm going to make sure that Tiff doesn't have to do it, you know? So I don't think she was trying to enable him, but the fact of the matter is that behavior, when she does that, when she comes to the rescue like that, it is what it is. It's just straight enabling him, and he's just not going to learn. So I believe that when Tiff tells her this, it's kind of like an eye-opener for her, you know what I mean? So Jada tells them to take a breath. Then they apologize to each other, right? And they also apologize to Jada. Then Tiffany leaves. So Jada tells Emmett that this better be the last time she wakes up to them screaming in her house. So, of course, he tries to blame Tiff, but Jada was like, it's you too. So after that, Emmett apologizes. Then Jada tells him that he needs to stop apologizing and just get his act together, all right? Then she says he can start with giving Nina and Dre the password to Keisha's Instagram. Because remember, when Emmett went over to Dre and Nina's house, Dre already asked him about it, but he lied and said he didn't know anything. Anyway, so he writes the password down. Then Jada goes over to give it to Dre and Nina. Okay, so in this scene, Nina and Dre get into a little argument because Nina is upset about Keisha's IG photos. She feels like she raised Keisha better than that. And Dre tells her that this is not the time to be judging Keisha's character. She's still a missing black girl that needs to be found. So, long story short, Nina tells Dre that Keisha is her daughter, not Dre's. So Dre tells her that she knew this day would come. It's what she does. And so Nina was like, okay, tell me, what do I do? So Dre tells Nina that she's a glutton for punishment and loves to be tortured because she had already advised Nina against going to that support group and against getting a hold of Keisha's page. And after saying all this, Dre tells Nina not to take none of that stuff out on her because she ain't having it. So Nina says, do you think I'm a good mother? And Dre says, I think you're doing the best you can. And I was like, ouch, okay? Come on, all right? Any mother listening to this knows that this was not a good answer. However, it might have been a truthful answer, but it still stings. Next, Trig meets up with Kev and Jake, and he tells them that he went to the trap house and Keisha wasn't there. He tells Kevin straight up that either a pimp got a hold of Keisha or a dude done caught her slipping. And that was pretty much that. Then he gets in his Jeep and drives off. Now, I noticed how impatient Trig has been in this episode, right? And I was wondering why he seemed to have like this little attitude. But as the episode went on, I realized that Trig doesn't want to get involved with anything if it doesn't have to do with getting Jake back. Anything else is a waste of time to him, and he doesn't want to hear it. And, you know, I get it, because who knows what kind of beef he done stirred up for himself after tying them dudes up in a trap house, you know? So we gonna really see what happens. I was kind of thinking to myself, like, this is not gonna be good. And he's showing his face and everything. This is bad. Next, Poppa's dad gives Ronnie a few things, and Ronnie tells him he doesn't like charity. And Pastor says it's not charity, it's the Christian way. So after Ronnie tells him that there's no need to convert him, Pastor says, I ain't in the business of converting anyone, nor do I have the power to save anybody. I'm just a tour guide for people that decide to save themselves. And I was like, wow, I really like that one. I like how he put that one. And Ronnie did too, because he was like, a tour guide, you know what? I could use one of those. Next, we see that Imani is really bothered by what she saw at the trap house. She tells Trig that she wants to help those girls. But Trig tells her that they got to stay focused and stick to the plan of getting Jake. So I feel like something might have happened to Imani. Maybe she was raped or dealt with some other form of sexual assault in her past. Either way, she has a obvious soft spot for the girls at the trap house. And, you know, the same way she had a strong concern for the man at the gay bar that Trig had roughed up. Next, the vigil is being held for Keisha, and Ronnie shows up. But while Nina takes the mic and says a few words, Ronnie sees a strange-looking white man at the vigil. I mean, this guy is sticking out like a sore thumb, and it's a wonder what he's doing there. So he makes eye contact with Ronnie, and after a while, Ronnie starts like inching his way towards him. But the guy starts moving away as Ronnie pushes through the crowd. So the guy takes off, and Ronnie tries running behind him, but the dude is nowhere to be found, all right? And that was that episode, guys. So I don't know what this guy was doing there. The only thing that I could think of is sometimes serial killers have been known to show up to events like this because it's just like a sickening satisfaction that they get from seeing the results of like the hell they've caused somebody. You know what I mean? But of course, I still don't know what's up with this guy. And I was also wondering, why did Ronnie react to him this way? You know, did he see him the night he saw Keisha at the bus stop? Maybe, but time will tell. So we will see more next week, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty good episode, so I can't wait. We're also seeing in the trailer that it looks like Dre is going to have like a bad dream or something like that at Keisha, and also Ronnie is going to knock on their door, on Dre and Nita's door, and tell them that he has some info on Keisha. All right, so we will see what's going to happen with that. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry about the thunder rumbling. I really am, guys. I'm sorry. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.